I'm not going to share the image here, but the President of the United States recently shared an AI generated video or image of the Obamas as apes. And I don't have to tell you why that's problematic because you already know. I don't have to tell you why reducing people into animals is a problem because you already understand that. I don't have to tell you why specifically dehumanizing two black people into apes, how that is actually a deep problem because you already understand that. I don't have to tell you about the long history of dehumanizing black people into apes or monkeys by bigots who would use that logic, their logic, to attempt to subjugate, harm, and even take our lives. I don't have to tell you about that because there's so many resources you can find that can explain all of that because they literally had to train you to think that we're animals, to think that you have nothing in common with us, to reduce our humanity. That way, when you saw direct harm happening to us, you agreed with it rather than challenging it because you yourself don't see us as humans. But what we no longer can do is play this game that the president is a racist. He's using racist tropes, blatantly racist tropes. And these racist tropes have direct impact and direct harm on marginalized communities. There is a long history of dehumanizing black people, and that dehumanization being used in some of the most heinous and horrendous crimes against humanity. This is not just a harmless joke. These aren't just passive words. And for anyone who considers themselves an ally or an accomplice, you cannot just shrug this off. This is not grandpa sitting in his recliner spouting off bigoted things. This is a world leader from the world stage saying directly, impactfully harmful things about a massive portion of people. This is not just a mean thing to say or do. This behavior is systemic. This behavior is intentional. And rather than trying to reduce it as a grown man being childish, folks who consider themselves accomplices, folks who are not directly impacted but want to be helpful to our community, need to stand up and speak out and show how it's systemic. No more patty cake with this grown man. No more shrugging off this direct harm from this grown man. He is a world leader. And if you want the authority, you have to take the responsibility. These actions are directly harmful. But unfortunately, the bigots who will only receive this message will only receive it from people who look like them. Because again, they don't see people who look like me as human beings. And if it's not addressed, it will lead to direct harm against our communities. So what are we going to do? Are we going to pretend that this is not directly harmful and directly impactful? Or are the folks who claim to walk beside us and stand with us going to say something about this for us? Because again, they don't see us as human beings, but they see you as one. So what are y'all going to do? Okay, thanks, bye.